too, just short of that. So this really is going to require one of your best tee shots. Semi-blind second shot, a relatively big green.
Right out of the center of the bat.
Did you hear that?
That was just a beautiful drive. He hit it solid and right in the middle.
Let's see what McIlroy does now with his second.
Overall, Frank, doesn't look too bad.
Just maybe a little right of the flag.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
Pretty good effort right there. Shouldn't be a problem here.
And so just getting started, even par so far.
Now to the second hole here at Chambers Bay, and Frank, it is not overly long. Where's the trouble here?
Well, 281 yards really to the big long bunker that goes all the way to the green. So as long as you can avoid that, you don't have to hit driver down here, just something that's going to be a little short of that. You're still only going to have 100 yards really, or just over 100 yards in for your second shot. A really good chance too to get off to a good start.
Well, he pays the price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. Going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
Frank, not close, but from that lie, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
He'll have 17 feet on this putt.
Wow, what a putt. That is huge. At the third tee now, Frank, and what are we staring at here?
This green is anything other than symmetrical, so be very, very cautious on where the flag is. Anything in the middle of the green you can putt to the corners. Well, if you can call them corners, more like ragtails, but beautiful par 3.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Get down, lay down. Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Getting set now over the putt. Frank, we see it every single round. These kind of putts determine whether it's a good score or an average score.
Yeah, and just like that, a bogey. He does not feel like he deserves it.
Frank, here on the fourth tee, you get a good look, don't you, at what Chambers Bay really is all about.
It's framed beautifully, Rich, by the bunkers there, left, short, off the tee, plus the ones down the right side. You can see everything in front of you, but the hole does bend to the right. This is another one where you've got a generous fairway, but don't be fooled by that. It's fairway first.
Tough par 4 measuring 495 yards. And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. Let's see if he does it here.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just 5 feet left. Still playing even for the day after the par. Frank, it's kind of fun to swing away on an elevated tee like this, the 5th here at Chambers Bay.
It looks straight away. It certainly does. And under 500 yards, so it gives you a chance, plus that elevation. You should be able to knock one down there. The whole pinches in, though, with those bunkers left and right. And there's just one bunker in the front of this green. And that, as you can guess, should be avoided.
Be careful. They call this hole free fall. Not quite what he was hoping for. The tee shot in the bunker. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Not terrible, but not his best.
Yeah, outside chance, really, for birdie, but really, it was a rather poor approach shot.
Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
That's good work. That's a good par right there. Frank, now at the 6th, this appears to be a testing par 4 long one.
It is, but once again, a generous fairway. Just use those mounds down the left as an indicator on your line. Hole bends a little bit to the right. Good tee shot, though, and everything is in front of you. Ah, nice.
Looks good. Couldn't ask for too much better here. Frank, what do you think about this approach here at the 6th?
Well, one of the few greens here that's protected on both sides. Rather narrow green, and you can see really what happens if you miss. Bunkers left and right. Plus there's a couple of ridges, so club selection is important here.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
Good strike right there, right off the center of the face and about 20 feet away.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Frank, that is nothing more than a punch to the gut.
Oh, it's cruel, Rich. Good putt and it deserves so much more. Another shot added, though.
I mean, takes the wind right out of your sails. On the 7th tee now, it is over 500 yards from the back tee.
Yeah, this is called humpback, and you can see why there's all those mounds and undulations between you and the hole, plus all that amazing bunkering down the right side. All to be avoided, really. If you can do that, then you get a decent look at this green. But yeah, you've mentioned it, 500 plus yards. It's going to play longer than that uphill.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
In the cup. What a shot. Can't get much better than that. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
That's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, holes shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
Frank, it's kind of amazing that Robert Trent Jones II, the designer of Chambers Bay, was able to find a golf course out of what was a gravel mine, a sand and gravel mine right next to the Puget Sound.
Yeah, and his routing, and that's the order of the holes, is quite magnificent when you go around and look at the way the holes flow, the use of the views, the use of the terrain, the fact that no two holes on the golf course even sort of look the same. I think, kudos to Robert Trent Jones II.
Set to go. Not an easy shot by any means. Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Collects another birdie with that stroke and goes to 2 under. Finishing up our front side here at the 9th, it's a par 3. And Frank, how would you describe this hole?
Well, it's an absolute stunner, really, because of the views. And this is where you realize that links golf, minus trees and minus some of the things we see on other golf courses, can still look absolutely beautiful. But Don't look at the scenery too much because you've got, well over 200 yards here. Even though it's elevated, it still requires a good tee shot. But a little two here, and you might just have yourself a good outward 9.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Greens are fast, though. You never know. Good line, good pace. Might have a chance.
Looks like he just misread that. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Frank, there's an old basketball announcer who used to say when a ball went in and out of the cylinder just the way that one did, he would say, ringtail howitzer.